Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to give my review for Made for Each Other, the new Hallmark on Saturday. I actually did not watch this till Sunday. I was a day behind. But this stars Alexandra. We'll just say Alexandra. Alexander Tertian as Rachel. Probably butchered her name. Matt Cohen as David, and Aaron O'Connell as Clay. So far for Hallmarks, I've not had one that I've really loved. I think the closest one was Sweeter Than Chocolate. It had some issues, but it was my highest of the year so far, which, granted, I did skip 4 in January because I had, like I've said in previous videos, I took a extended break, so I did miss the first 4 of the year for Hallmark. But since I started watching them, this is Sweeter Than Chocolate had been my highest until now. So basically, this movie, it didn't get a lot of push from Hallmark. They kind of advertised it a little, but it wasn't pushed like a lot of other movies get pushed by them. So I was a little worried. But you have Alexandra's character, Rachel. We open up to her as a kid. She is a sculptor and artist. She ends up sculpting this little man from clay, and she says it's her, her ideal man, her future boyfriend, husband. And she continues that path, career, as she gets older. She ends up becoming a teacher, and she sculpts she takes the mini sculpture she made and makes it into a huge sculpture. And this neighbor of hers, gives her this necklace, and the necklace, I can't remember what exactly the necklace was, where it was from, but it basically brings her statue to life. And so she ends up being with the now human statue, her dream guy, basically. David is the character, is like the family best friend, or family friend. He is the love interest, or the other love interest in this movie. So you end up basically having a love triangle. But this movie was good. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. One of my big things was the mom character in this was so annoying. She was very... It just got to the point where I was like done with her character. I could not stand her character. She was very pushy. She kept setting her up on dates, Rachel up on blind dates, and pushing her to be with a very rich doctor or a very rich lawyer, and has basically pushed this idea in her head of a perfect marriage. And it just basically set her up for an unrealistic life, and continued it all the way till present. And she was so annoying, and she got on my nerves so much, and I hated her character. And then I had an issue with the Clay character. I thought his character was funny. I thought his character. I thought the character of Clay was funny, but very flawed. They set this character up. He ends up like, he can eat as much as he wants. He never gains weight. He can pretty much instantly memorize anything. He uh and can do anything perfect. I mean, he's perfect. But what really started to not make any sense to me was there was parts like he ends up becoming a model, and it's just randomly within 48 hours of him coming to life and them coming up with this story, he all of a sudden is now a model. And there's no explanation how he got the job, where it came from, how all of a sudden. I mean, the modeling world is a very tough business to get into, and you're telling me this guy just all of a sudden became this model within 48 hours of coming to life. Um, so to me, that just made no sense. Also, uh, he ends up he wants to be a chef, but the mom wants him to be a lawyer, and he won't. She'll basically forces him to be a lawyer by doing it a certain way. She forces him pretty much. You'll see when you watch it, and he ends up getting into Harvard. He's not had any schooling whatsoever. He's not been. That's the other thing. Like with the modeling job, uh, getting into Harvard. This man has had no schooling whatsoever. He has nothing to go off of. But yet somehow he gets into Harvard. He becomes a model. He um, ends up becoming like a famous chef, and it's just like everything's unrealistically handed to his character, and I just didn't like that. It felt so unnatural. I just did not like that at all. I thought that was really the biggest flaw in this movie for me, was outside of the mom, was his character when it came to that aspect of it. Like I said, the character of Clay was funny, but um, it just, and I mean, Aaron O'Connell played the character very well, but he had a very questionable background. Um, but I thought the chemistry was there between Rachel and David. The kiss was really nice at the end. Cinematography was fine. Costume was good. Uh, I thought that everything just was very well done. Um, Pacing was fine. But overall, I gave the movie a 3.5 out of 5. It's a half a star higher than Sweeter Than Chocolate. So it puts it as my favorite of the year so far from what I've seen. Um, and we'll see what happens from here. Uh, we got a whole nother round of them coming month. So we'll see which one I like from there. I kind of have a feeling I know which one I'm going to like the best from it, but uh, we'll have to wait and see. But as I said, this one, Made for Each Other, was a very good, very out of nowhere film that I did not expect to like at least this much, and I ended up liking a lot more than any of the others I've seen so far. So I would definitely say give it a watch if you've not yet, and if you're into Hallmark films. So, but that is everything for my review for Made for Each Other. So please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.